we will have our next pay-per-view for ECW, the Elimination Chamber. Seth Rollins will defend his title within the chamber. Tetsuya Naito has returned to ECW. He's forcing Jericho to watch on as he puts Oney Lorcan in the accolade. Who will be the first man to join themselves alongside Seth Rollins? Will it be Randy Orton or Adam Cole? That's the team of Triple H! RKO! Randy Orton, your winner. And it is Orton who qualifies for the Elimination Chamber. But what was the meaning behind Triple H's theme? Hello and welcome Universe Mode. This is ECW. Well, we know what we are building towards on the A show. It is the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view coming up at the end of July. And we saw what happened last week. Plenty to talk about, especially if your name is Adam Cole. We have more matches coming up for you tonight, more Elimination Chamber qualifiers and more regarding the talking point that it was to close out last week's episode of ECW, and it seems as if we're going to start off how we closed out last week. Oh boy, war of words from both men there. Triple H feeling oh so confident before his match with Johnny Gargano later on tonight. And someone very important having a close eye on it all. The champion looking at a man who could be going to the chamber tonight. It's our main event of the evening. Triple H will fare off one-on-one against Johnny Gargano. That should be a very interesting evening. That is coming our way. That is going to be ECW. What an interesting way it was to kick it all off. As for now, we start off with some singles action. Tucker and I going to go at one-on-one against one half of the new ECW Tag Team Champions. It is Knight versus the leader of the D.C.C, Chris Sabin. So how we're going to kick things off here on ECW. Of course, it was a big moment of Money in the Bank when it happened. And now we await to see. 3, 2, 1. The arrival of the new Tag Team Champions. And here they come. Interesting indeed to look at. Something new for the D.C.C. Sabin, Corbin, and Daniels. A very, very surreal sight maybe for the D.C.C. So long of being around and never holding titles on the main roster. Well, that all changed last Sunday when in Chicago, somehow Sabin endured Black Mass, endured the running power slam, and was able to pin Braun Strowman in the ring and secure a 3 count. Don't know how it happened, but doubly so I don't know what's happened to the Wyatt family. Have not seen or heard from them since Money in the Bank. There's been speculation that they've been traded to SmackDown Live in the return for Tetsuya Naito. I can confirm that is not the case. They are still members of the ECW roster, but they have not been seen since last Sunday. I do not want to speculate what they're doing, but what I do know is that I have not reported in any way, I have not seen them at all since the defeat in Chicago. D.C.C. on the other hand prepping up for their reigns as Tag Team Champions. Sabin looking to start off strong here tonight as he goes one-on-one against Tucker Knight. Of course, a big opportunity here for Knight if he can find a way to beat the leader of the D.C.C. That could open up the door for a title shot for Heavy Machinery at the Elimination Chamber. Still many weeks away. But of course, we have our first pay-per-view coming up this Sunday with Judgment Day, one you don't want to miss. Be a very interesting evening for SmackDown Live. Oh, what a move there by Knight. Huge strength from Taka. It's a great test for him as well. It's not as if he's been given, for lack of a better term, Christopher Daniels. He's been given the leader. He's been given Chris Sabin. He's been given the former NXT champion. Chinlock applied now by Knight. Nice little snap made down into it as well. Nothing flashy, just effective. Knight now using his stronger base to get in this strong chinlock. Wrap that bicep around the neck. Trying to weigh down Sabin, but it ain't happening. Sabin powers his way out of it. And a Hurricanrana will bring down Tucker Knight. What can one half of the new tag team champions do right here, right now? Oh, forearm in the corner. Good stuff indeed. Another Hurricanrana will drive him down. Chris Sabin using Knight's own strength and power against him here. Using his own momentum against him, essentially, to drive him into the mat with that Hurricanrana. And actually, nothing that Knight can do to stop it. Let's see what happens now. Good clubbing blow in the gut there by Chris Sabin. Knight again demonstrating agility to go along with his power as he's able there to hit that drop kick, and now following it up with just pure strength. Front face lock, round and round he went. Sabin going to be dazed from that one. His head may be feeling a little bit squished as well. Knight now clubbing away on the back of Sabin. Has him in the turnbuckle. This is turning into a great opportunity for Tucker Knight right now. This is turning into a huge chance for heavy machinery. Sabin, though, moves out of the way. What could we see here? Reverse DDT brings Knight down off the mat there. Sabin just finds a little opening, and he's fully able to capitalize, and he might look to put things away. All of a sudden, all hail Sabin! And it's done. The D.C.C are victorious. Chris Sabin wins in his first match as ECW Tag Team Champions. The D.C.C are victorious. We'll start things off on ECW, and Sabin loves it. Sabin, your winner this evening. But it seems like his attention should be on someone, not Tucker Knight. Because in the crowd, there's Harper, and on the other side, there's Rowan. Down four with an eye on the D.C.C. Oh boy. Old business hasn't finished. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome my guest this time, Brian Kendrick. And Brian, what has been behind these attacks on the Four Horsemen these last few weeks? So with that being said, I wanted to... Oh, never mind. Current breaker from Jericho. I think this interview is over. Nothing great about that interview for Kendrick, laid out by Jericho. Oh boy. There are certainly tensions mounting between the Horsemen and greatness. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, we move on here on ECW to our next contest of the evening. And we all know the story of what this man has gone through these last few weeks. And just over a month, really, it has been for John Cena, having to endure everything the Corin has thrown at him. Cena returned from injury, of course, and put himself right to the deep end, wanting to go after the Clockwork Project, wanting to go after Corin. And we all know how far it went. The answer is too far, way too far. With the assault on the fan that led, of course, to Corin's suspension. Not as if that kept him down. Of course, we saw him at Money in the Bank as well, putting his hands on the Cruiserweight champion. Thankfully, it didn't seem as if there was anything wrong with Ali, except for the fact he got a hard knock in the head by something. It seems like maybe a lead pipe or something like that, but he was not taken anywhere. It was all just a false narrative by Corin. He remains suspended, however. Seeing his attention right now turns towards just getting back in this ring and getting a quick win under his belt. I imagine that will be the case. Depth coming out to play once again as Bo Dallas locks horns with John Cena right now. Bell rings and we're underway here. They're trying to... Oh! trying to feel a little bit confident in the early stages, but that's just not happening. Cena having his way right now and laying Bo Dallas out with a sit-out power bomb. Is this the first time we've seen Cena in in-ring action since the attack? I'm not 100% certain. I can't think of a time since he was laid out in the parking lot we've seen John Cena. I might be wrong though. But, you know, the memory of that, even though it was I think it was over about a month ago now, that is still ringing true throughout DCW. The memory of that is still felt strong regarding everything that happened, and you got to imagine it's still running strong in the mind of Cena as well, as he lays down the 10 punches in the corner on Bo Dallas. Cena just demonstrating strength and aggression right now. Cover made after the Emerald Flosion, but it's a kick out at 2. Crowd cheering Cena on. You know there's, of course, going to be Cena fans in the crowd, but there's also that aspect of everything that has gone on recently. Everything with Corin has only made more on the side of Cena as he looks to put things away. Carries Bo on his shoulders. Attitude adjustment, and it's over in a minute. Cena, your winner. No surprise there. I'm not too certain what is going to happen with Cena. I'm not too certain right now where I want to go with the suspension of Corin, how much longer I want to keep it going. What I do know is that when the day comes, Cena will be first in line, rightfully first in line as well. A long line of people who want to get their hands on him, and hang on, Cena requesting a microphone right now. Oh boy, what does he have to say? Cena asking for something to be done on ECW. Oh God. Cena wants Corin back. He wants the title shot at Elimination Chamber. He wants his revenge. That ain't something I'm going to answer now. No, I'm not making an on-the-field decision for a big reaction. No. This is something that needs to be thought out. This is something that isn't going to be fixed in 5 minutes or even overnight. This is going to take a week at the least for me to decide what to do. Alright, nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on here to our next contest of the evening. I will have a discussion with Cena about it after ECW goes off the air, but right now we move on to our next contest. Kofi Kingston to go one-on-one against Hirooki Goto here. There's a good opportunity for both men in this matchup. I'll declare it right now. Next week, there's going to be another Elimination Chamber qualifying matchup, and the winner of this matchup will get to go one-on-one against the wrestler Katsuyori Shibata. Shibata having impressed so much in recent weeks, he gets the opportunity to qualify for the Chamber. However, he's going to have to go through either Kofi Kingston or Hirooki Goto next week in order to qualify for it. To decide who he takes on next week, we'll have this matchup here tonight. A little bit of an elimination field for the Elimination Chamber. Goto, of course, and Shibata squared off a few weeks back. Just a regular match between the two was all it was built up to be. They ended up hitting each other quite hard for quite a while until Shibata walked out with the win. Going to be more Elimination Chamber qualifying matches coming up later on this evening, with the 2 Elimination Chamber qualifying matches coming up. There'll be one up next that I will discuss when the match comes around, and they will of course be that main event, Johnny Gargano versus Triple H. As for right now, Hirooki Goto walking towards the ring, looking to bounce back from his defeat to Shibata, looking to maybe take the opportunity and run with it to the Elimination Chamber. A huge opportunity it would be for Goto, having already had an opportunity to world title this year. Another one, though, he certainly wouldn't turn down. Hirooki Goto has got a tough opponent in his hands, though. Kofi Kingston is not going to be one who's going to back down right away. Kingston's going to try and make life difficult for Goto. He's going to try and do everything he can to make sure he gets that qualifying matchup, gets his hands on Shibata and goes inside that chamber. You know, if Kofi can get inside that chamber, it's going to be hard to get him out of it. The resiliency of Kofi Kingston always been one of his key strengths. We're going to see if he can get past Goto here this evening. Good matchup in my mind coming up right now. The former Intercontinental Champion squaring off against the former United States Champion. Front face lock by Goto countered, and Goto counters Kofi's. Trading front face locks there. Into a collar elbow tie-up right now. Go behind by Kingston. Now go behind by Goto here. All about trying to get an upper hand on your opponent in the early phases of this matchup. Good, nice side headlock takeover there by Goto, just inflicting his strength in the early phases there, trying to put Kofi in his place. Goto now, Irish whip, collision between two men. Kingston, no, able to recover quicker at all. Double stomp down on the chest of Goto. Kingston thinks that's already done it, thinks he's booked his ticket to Shibata. Not yet. Kingston right now, though, alive with offense here in the corner. Clubbing away on Hirooki Goto, who comes stumbling out of the corner, stumbling into an uppercut. Kingston had a pretty strong 2019 on SmackDown Live. ECW looking to make his first mark, and of course that could happen inside the Elimination Chamber. He's got to beat Goto tonight and Shibata next week. That is far easier said than done. Two of the hardest hitters on ECW to go through. Oh! What a kick in the back. Goto showing why he is in that list. Reverse GTR now, driving Kingston's head into his knee, looking to put him away. Almost did it. Almost wound up inside the Elimination Chamber. Up on his feet now and up in the air. Suplex down. Hirooki Goto taking care of business here, demonstrating his strength as he lifts up Kofi right now. Not too certain what Goto's got in mind, but wow, just walked around the ring with him. Goto, of course, recovering from a little bit of bad form last week with a win over Hiromu Takahashi. That's what got him here. Kofi Kingston's already had an impressive enough year that he deserves an opportunity like this. Leapfrog by Kingston, and again. Back elbow by him now. Goto goes down. Kingston goes up to the top rope. Big opportunity. Misses with that elbow drop. Goto had it red. Was never going to get it from the looks of things. Oh, flips his way out of that back suplex though. Great agility. Kingston now pushing Goto out of the turnbuckle. Goto goes charging into it. Double feet up into the face there. Clothesline after it. Good flurry from Kingston, and it keeps on going. Boom drop. Got it! Great combination of moves there by Kofi. Does it have Elimination Chamber? No! Not even Elimination Chamber. Does it have Shibata written all over it? Not to be the case. But you can't imagine Kingston could be that far away, maybe one move away from that opportunity. Look, he's going to try and make Goto tap out though. Cross armbar stitched in. Cross armbar applied right now. Goto kicking, fighting, and escaping. Goto slips his way out of that hold. Kingston went for trouble in paradise. Went on a hunch, and the hunch didn't pay off. Ushigoroshi connects instead from Goto. Split second evasion from Hirooki Goto kept him alive. But Kingston right back on the offense there. Tornado DDT out of the corner. Kingston now, what will he do here on the apron? Takes a run up to the turnbuckle. Goto getting up to his feet. Slowly but surely. Kofi, out of back out of it there. May have gone for something ambitious. Didn't pan out the way he wanted it to. Kofi now. Oh, look at that. Nice rollover DDT. DDT to Goto. What a move from Kofi. Will it be enough? Oh, it was close. It was absolutely close to being enough. Goto powers his way out of that kick. This match picking up in the last few moments. What a chop in the chest there. And Goto now using his power to send Kofi from one turnbuckle to the next. This isn't going to end up well for Kofi Kingston. Goto perching him up on the top rope. What is he going to have in mind here? Hirooki Goto willing to risk it all to get the opportunity at Shibata next week to lead him to the opportunity for the Elimination Chamber. Superplex! Huge superplex from Goto. Oh my goodness, what are we seeing? Twisting face buster from Goto. Dumped Kofi, and I think the lights just went out for Kofi Kingston, and the opportunity may have gone away. GTR! Goto Revolution! And into the cover he goes with 1, 2, and 3. Hirooki Goto heads to next week. It's a rematch. Goto versus Shibata for the Elimination Chamber qualifying opportunity. Ho ho, strap yourselves in for that match next week. It's gonna be a big one. Goto poised for the opportunity as he faces Shibata and looks to bounce back from last time's defeat. Great contest there, shame for Kingston, but in the end, Goto overpowering him and leaving with the victory. Will the same be said next week? Well, stick that in the books, ladies and gentlemen. Another qualifying matchup for next week can be signed. Austin Aries versus Cedric Alexander to qualify for the Cruiserweight Championship Elimination Chamber. We already know that Buddy Murphy, Mustafa Ali, of course, and Kushida are in that match. And we're about to get another member of it up right now. Tag team matchup coming up next. A spot in each chamber match on the line. Akira Tozawa will team with Tetsuya Naito to take on the British Empire's Zach Gibson and Drew McIntyre. Now I know that sounds a little bit convoluted, but it's a double whammy. 2 with 1 stone. Tozawa teaming with Naito here. If Tozawa and Naito win, Tozawa's in the Elimination Chamber for the Cruiserweights. Naito goes to the Elimination Chamber for the Heavyweights, and vice versa. The British Empire leave with victory. It was so good to see him back last week. And it still reigns true tonight. Tetsuya Naito just looks right on ECW. Naito heading towards the ring right now, returned with a win and returned last week by calling ECW his home, saying he belongs here. And that is absolutely the case, and he'll look to continue that here tonight with this matchup here, teaming with fellow countryman Akira Tozawa to take on a force whom he's had issues with in the past in the British Empire. Matter of fact, before he was drafted away from ECW, himself and McIntyre met in a steel cage match on ECW to close out the problems that had been brewing between them. Naito left with a win. Before he could get any more under his belt out of WrestleMania, sadly, he left ECW. Naito, though, with a golden opportunity in front of him right now. He may not be the biggest fan of tag team matches, trust me, I know that, but he's going to be a fan of the opportunity that is at the end of the rainbow if he's able to win here tonight. That's the Elimination Chamber. That is the championship that he was talking about. All he has to do here tonight is briefly work together with someone who he probably doesn't want to work together with, win, and then he can just pretend like he never met Akira Tozawa in his life. Easy peasy. However, they are going to have to work together as a strong force here to combat and defeat the British Empire. First out is the Diamond of the British Empire, Zack Gibson, coming towards the ring, having had his opportunity, his fair share of chances at the Cruiserweight Championship as well. Gibson looking to do it inside the Elimination Chamber this time. British Empire have not held a hand on a Cruiserweight Championship or any title actually since January, with Zack Sabre Jr. losing his Cruiserweight Championship inside that ladder match to Hiromu Takahashi. Since then, no titles have come the way of the Empire, but there has been strong developments for them, including, of course, the emergence of Drew McIntyre. Still an ongoing process, really, for the Empire to be proud of. And of course, if he shoves himself inside that chamber, yeah, it's going to be a troublesome time for everyone else to contend with. Of course, like I said, we already know it's the Cruiserweight Champion Mustafa Ali, Kushida, and Buddy Murphy inside the Cruiserweight Championship Elimination Chamber. Inside the ECW Championship Elimination Chamber, we of course have the champion Seth Rollins, and after last week, Randy Orton. By the end of tonight, we will have 4 men in that chamber. 1 from this match, 1 from our main event coming up after this one. Gibson in the ring right now, awaiting the arrival of his tag team partner. And here he comes, the star of the British Empire. The man destined for big things on ECW. The man destined, without a doubt in my mind, whether I like him or not, for a world title at some point. Drew McIntyre making his way out here on ECW. McIntyre has done the heavy lifting for the Empire for the longest time. Neville may be the leader, but this is really the guy you keep your eye out for in this faction. This is, Neville's the leader, but this guy's proven himself to be the biggest mainstay. He's gone to battle with the likes of Kenny Omega and Tetsuya Naito. And of course, Seth Rollins as well at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. He has done an incredible, most people probably still remember what happened at Survivor Series in a 2-on-1 predicament. Took out Cassius Ohno, took out Cody Rhodes, was the sole survivor of the British Empire, won it for that group. And in that moment, the star was born. McIntyre could pounce on that here tonight, pounce on in the Elimination Chamber. There's been a lot of discussion from the viewers of ECW of who takes that title away from Rollins. And honestly, I am surprised Drew McIntyre isn't in the talking point for it. Because in my mind, this guy absolutely top 5, top 3 even, of the guys who could take that title away from Rollins. Yes, he lost at Royal Rumble, but McIntyre only gets better. And in another opportunity for McIntyre, I don't know if the same story could be said. Bell rings over, we are underway in this tag team contest. It'll be the Cruiserweights to start things off. Akira Tozawa and Zack Gibson locking horns in the early phases of this matchup. Of course, it doesn't matter who pins who. The chamber spots are on the line, so by some miracle, Tozawa could pin McIntyre. Tozawa's still going to the Cruiserweight Championship chamber. Naito's still going to the Heavyweight chamber. It's just how it goes. Gibson getting a little bit cocky in the face of Tozawa there, and Tozawa shutting him up with a forearm in the face. Thank you very much. Irish whip. Hurricane is him down. First time in quite a while, actually. I think we've seen the British Empire work together in a tag team matchup, but I can't imagine there's going to be any ring rust on either side. Tozawa, though, taking care of business right now. Sends Gibson into the corner, and Naito will get into this matchup. Glory, glory be. Down on the arm there. Gonzalo Gobernable, reverse DDT as well to Gibson. See the size difference that Gibson has over Tozawa as well. And he's giving Naito a run for his money as well. Gibson much in the same breath as Zack Sabre Jr., it would seem, keeping himself lanky deliberately to fit that regiment that he trains himself in, that style that he trains himself in. Tag made. Drew McIntyre coming in off the tag now. And he'll go down on the arm of Naito as well. Back suplex. Oh, Saito suplex. Something. Naito on his head right there. McIntyre misses with the clothesline. And Naito getting a little bit confident as he sees his old rival for the first time in some months. And McIntyre responds with brute strength and a suplex. Interesting to see where this one will go from here. Naito in the corner, went for another clothesline. Naito moves out of the way. McIntyre couldn't get that clothesline. Naito will get a do-over back elbows though. Followed his whole body through with it. You see, he went up on one leg to hit them. And Naito's soaking in the reaction as well. He enjoys doing what he does. And we enjoy watching it. Foot of a neck breaker there. Naito, despite being in trouble on SmackDown Live for a while, doesn't seem to have missed a beat here on ECW. Look at this now. Oh! Working on their feet. Tozawa and Naito with a lovely double team move. Cover made by Tozawa, and it almost put away McIntyre. Great move from both men. McIntyre, though, coming back. This is where the strength of McIntyre can really pay itself dividends. But the pop-up Meteora there of Tozawa. He goes to the top rope, and McIntyre will get the tag into Zach Gibson. Gibson now entering the fray. And the men looking to join the Elimination Chamber matchup to challenge for Mustafa Ali's Cruiserweight title, locking horns. Absolutely clubbing away there with a series of chops was Akira Tozawa as he comes in with that backbreaker. Tozawa and Naito doing quite a good job so far. British Empire a little bit hesitant, a little bit cagey on their feet, it would seem. Spinning back suplex there though. Gibson going to work right now. What could we see here? Has Tozawa in the corner, and you know if Gibson can see an opportunity, he will make it a dangerous one. Perches him up on the turnbuckle. Oh, DDT'd him into the mat. High angle DDT to go along with it. McIntyre coming back in off the tag now. That was devastating. McIntyre going to work. Flurry of strikes. Tozawa almost made it to Naito. McIntyre putting the stop to it at the very last opportunity. Tozawa, though, stays alive. Hurricanrana, down goes McIntyre. I feel like the Empire and myself as well may have underestimated what Tozawa was going to do in this matchup. Spinning kick there. Tozawa now looking to maybe be able to put away McIntyre. Slap German suplex. That's a man who's about a foot taller than him and 100 pounds heavier. Look at that from Tozawa. Incredible. He rolls him over. He covers to go to the Elimination Chamber. Gibson pounced on the chance, makes the save. Oh, but it might stop falling apart in this ring. Naito getting involved. Gibson getting out of the ring. And in many ways, I don't blame him. Trading at chops there now. Tozawa in trouble, in big trouble. Pile driver, plats him. McIntyre looking to put things away right now. Headbutt to Tozawa. And the end could be on its way here. Claymore kick connects, but wait, Zack Sabre Jr. Sabre Jr. coming charging down and take it out. Naito. Before he could make the save. Naito taken out at ringside, covering the ring. The British Empire have done it. McIntyre and Gibson qualify. Sabre Jr. makes Naito watch on. The British Empire are going to the Elimination Chamber. Strength in numbers for them. I don't think the referee caught what happened on the outside. And it worked. Gibson and McIntyre are going to the Elimination Chamber. Before we get into our main event, I want to announce, ladies and gentlemen, next week here on ECW, Kurt Angle will finally give an update on his career and on the state of his future within this universe. That is to come next week. But as for our main event this evening, it is coming up right here, right now. We learnt about it last week, and we're getting it here tonight. Triple H, Johnny Gargano, Elimination Chamber qualifying matchup up next. What will Triple H do following up from last week's antics in the main event? We'll find out. Here we go, ready for our main event of the evening. Another strong episode of ECW as we continue the road to the Elimination Chamber. We now know Seth Rollins, Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre. Those are the three men in the Elimination Chamber. Who will be the fourth? Triple H will want it to be him. We saw him at the start of the evening, oh so confident as ever, as he was running his mouth to Adam Cole, having cost Cole the chance to get into the Elimination Chamber last week. And what will happen here tonight? We are going to find out in just a moment as Triple H heads towards the ring, ready to collide against Johnny Gargano. Two guys who have been fighting for their opportunity on ECW. Triple H has been grabbing opportunities by the throat and forcing them to be his. Johnny Gargano has been making every opportunity that he can count. Fallout from DIY has really boosted both men's careers, weirdly enough. But right now, it would seem as if things have boosted a little more for Ciampa because of the briefcase in his hands. Gargano, though, could well boost himself over these next few weeks. A win here tonight, a miraculous win inside the chamber. Johnny wrestling the ECW champion. And I imagine target number one, the Ciampa's briefcase, if that were to be the case. Of course, he has to get to the chamber tonight. And in order to do that, he's got to go through a man who, of course, has been infatuated for the longest time, long before he even arrived on ECW, with claiming a world championship in this universe. Triple H will stop at nothing. We saw that at Living Dangerously. We saw that all the way up to Money in the Bank, and we saw it last week. Trying to thin the herd, get rid of the competition as much as possible, and make sure that come Elimination Chamber, he's in the ring. And that's final. And he can take out everyone else. He can take out Seth Rollins, and he can win that ECW championship. Triple H is infanticized. And I think doubly so, being on this brand, knowing that Rollins is the prize. Not only taking the ECW championship, but being the one to end the reign of Rollins. Oh! Johnny Gargano has backup tonight. Adam Cole said he was poised for revenge. Triple H said enjoy watching. Adam Cole will, with a front row ticket, it would seem, to this main event. Well, that puts a different spin on it all. Johnny Gargano coming towards the ring right now with support in the way of Adam Cole, baby. Gargano, of course, having had some absolute wars this year. Think to that last man standing match at Guilty as Charged against Tommaso Ciampa. The no disqualification match against Drew McIntyre at Living Dangerously. Gargano said he did not want to qualify for the Money in the Bank ladder match. He wanted to, if he was going to win a world title, it would be on his own terms, and these seem to be his own terms. Qualifying for this chamber may be. We'll see right now as tonight's main event gets underway. Triple H versus Johnny Gargano. Adam Cole with a very close eye on it, and maybe an idea for revenge here tonight. Side headlock here, and Triple H going to have to look right in the eyes, it may be, of Adam Cole. And you can only imagine that Cole's going to do everything that he can to distract Triple H in this match. A nice step up in security there by Gargano. It's going to be an uphill road for the underdog in Gargano, but that's not going to stop him. Not as if it's the first time he's ever been through that. Roll up here. Nice roll up. Trying to put things away early. Triple H gets the shoulder up. Gargano with the Irish whip. Oh, Triple H with an almighty counter. And thumping him in the face there with that quick punch. Triple H looking to take an early lead, taking a sign of aggression. Held him in that headlock, thumped him in the face, reverse DDT sends Gargano down, and right in front of Adam Cole, who has a very close eye on Triple H as he looks to annoy Adam Cole, baby, early on. Gargano getting up to his feet. Don't need to be called another forearm. Triple H just aggression, and right now, not much in the way of big slams, just striking Gargano here. Knee to the face. Signature move out of the arsenal of Triple H there. Backbreaker connects as well. Triple H got all of that one. Goes into the cover here. Looking to put away Gargano early. Looking to qualify for the chamber. Johnny Wrestling powers out of it. This has been all Triple H thus far, though. The game is certainly maybe even found more aggression following up from his defeat at Money in the Bank in that triple threat matchup, having been the one pinned by Seth Rollins as well. Backbreaker connects. Gargano needs to find some life right now. He is getting thrown around here, but this is, in a way, this is how Gargano does business. Somehow he feeds off of getting beaten up for a while, and then all of a sudden he finds his opening, and you'd swear he hasn't had a finger laid on him. Armbar now locked in though. Cross armbar. Maybe not cross, I don't know if the legs Triple H will cross there. Gargano punching his way out of it. As Adam Cole watches on. Stepping Zagiri. This time Triple H doesn't come off his feet. Poison Rana though. And Gargano suddenly has found some life in this matchup. Triple H though taking it away from him just with brute strength. Neckbreaker and Gargano goes down. Cover made by Triple H now for the Elimination Chamber. Not to be, not to be. Kick out there. Maybe a spine buster attempt was incoming. Gargano not afraid to get a little bit underhanded. Drop kick. Triple H still won't come off his feet. That time he will to that flying forearm. Gargano looking to fly here. Up on the top rope he goes. Double stomp into the gut of Triple H. Will it be enough to guide him to the chamber? No. A very early kick out from Triple H. And now, chinlock being applied, sitching down on that arm as well. Double whammy really for Triple H to endure, but he powers his way out of it. Gargano slow to recover there. Triple H has done damage to Johnny Wrestling in this matchup. Rolls him up now, looking to steal a ticket right in front of Adam Cole. Oh, it was close. Gargano having to get the short up in a late 2 there. It is the power advantage of Triple H that has given him his ability to control this matchup much more than Adam Cole would like. And certainly, of course, much more than Johnny Gargano will like as well. Gargano kicking away at the leg. From behind now, Poison Rana again. Gargano not afraid to take advantage of any opportunity, not afraid to risk it at all. Senton splash there. Cover made on Triple H. Looking for the victory. Almost had it. Kick out at 2 by the game. No involvement yet from Adam Cole. He's just been watching on as a very intense fan, it would seem. Big time closeout from Triple H there. What now from the game? Look out, suplex incoming. Gargano wiggles his way out of it though. Great work there. Reverse DDT drives him down. Gargano going to take another high risk. Didn't work out the last time. Will he do the job this time with a Gargano from up high? Oh, what a neck breaker. What a neck breaker from up there. Gargano goes into the cover. Will it be enough? Triple H kicks out at 2. Gargano with a little bit of disbelief there. Thought he had done it, but it wasn't the case. Still plenty to go to finish off Triple H in this main event. But he is fired up now. Gargano's found new life. Lovely neck breaker from him. Triple H struggling to get a move in edgeways right now. This is all Johnny Gargano. Up and over the top rope goes the Cerebral Assassin, and he's in big trouble. DDT into the apron. Spiking his head on the hardest part of the ring. Johnny Gargano leaving nothing to pass as he looks for the Elimination Chamber. He covers Triple H. Is that enough? Will it be? Oh, very late kick out. And Gargano can't believe it. Still all to play for in this main event, ladies and gentlemen. This is still really anyone's game. Discus forearm. Great counter from Triple H at the last moment there. And Triple H looking to finish it. Pedigree! Pedigree from the game. The cover is made. And Adam Cole. Cole getting a measure of his own revenge. He rolls out the referee. Triple H is living inside of the ring. But Gargano with the roll-up, looking to put him away. Will it be? Oh, so close. Gargano just getting the shoulder up in time. Adam Cole giving Johnny Gargano a second life, giving him an opportunity. And Gargano will look to repay Triple H. He drags him to the middle of the ring, and he's going to stitch it in here. Gargano escape. Gargano escape is locked in. Adam Cole watches on. Triple H taps out. Revenge for last week for Adam Cole. Johnny Gargano is going to the chamber. Gargano, your winner in tonight's main event. Triple H with no choice but to tap out. Adam Cole, Turnabout is fair play, and he gets in the ring, standing with Gargano and rubbing in the defeat to the game. Gargano, your winner, but so much more to discuss again.